October 10th, 1943. 0400 hours. Thorpe, Abbotts, airfield, England. The operations officer walked through the barracks, shaking men awake. Briefing in 30 minutes. 13 crews climbed out of their bunks. Cold English morning. Dark. Quiet. They dressed in silence. Flight suits, boots, heavy jackets. Some men wrote letters home, just in case. Others checked their gear, parachutes, life vests, dog tags. Nobody talked much.
This is the story your father might have told you about the day an entire squadron disappeared. October 10th, 1943, the 100th Bombardment Group. The mission to Münster. 13 B-17s took off that morning. 12 didn't come back. The briefing room was packed. 130 men. 13 crews. 10 men per crew. Average age, 22. Most had flown fewer than 5 missions. Some were on their first. The intelligence officer pulled back the curtain covering the mission map. A red line stretched from England deep into Germany. Target, Münster. Railroad yards. Critical supply hub. Distance, 400 miles into Germany, 400 miles back. Fighter escort, only to the German border. Then you're on your own. Expected flak, heavy. Expected fighters, very heavy. One pilot raised his hand. "Sir, we'll be naked over Germany for 3 hours?" "That's correct." "What are our chances?" The intelligence officer didn't answer that question.
Lieutenant Robert Knox, pilot, 23 years old, Ohio, married 3 months ago. He'd flown 4 missions. This was his 5th. He helped his crew chief check the engines on his B-17, plane named Piccadilly Lily. "She's solid, Lieutenant. Bring her home." That's the plan. Lieutenant Harry Crosby, navigator, 24 years old, Iowa, former teacher. Brilliant navigator, terrible flyer. Got airsick on every mission. He packed extra air sickness bags. He'd need them.
Major Gale Clevin, Buck, 25 years old, Wyoming, calm, steady, natural leader. He'd flown 12 missions, veteran by 100th Bomb Group standards. His best friend, Major John Egan, Bucky, walked over. "Buck, you ready for this?" "As ready as I'll ever be." "I got a bad feeling about today." "You say that every mission." "Yeah, and I've been right twice." 0600 hours. Engines roared to life. 13 B-17s, 52 engines. The ground shook. One by one, they taxied to the runway. Ground crews waved. Some saluted. Some just watched silently. They'd seen too many planes leave and not come back. First plane rolled down the runway. Gathered speed. Lifted off. Second plane, third, fourth. 13 B-17s climbed into the gray English sky. Formed up over the channel. Tight formation. Headed east, toward Germany. Your father knew about bomber formations. If he served, he knew. Flying in formation wasn't optional. It was survival. Tight formation meant overlapping defensive fire. 50 caliber machine guns protecting each other. Break formation and you died alone. Stay in formation and you might die together, but at least you had a chance.
0900 hours. They crossed the German border. The P-47 fighter escorts waggled their wings, turned back. Not enough fuel to go further. The 13 B-17s were alone now. Harry Crosby, the navigator, checked his maps. 200 miles to target. 200 miles of German fighters, 200 miles of flak, 200 miles where anything could kill them. He reached for an air sickness bag.
The radio crackled. Bogies, 11 o'clock high. German fighters, dozens of them. Me-109s, FW-190s. They came in like hornets. Head-on attacks, the worst kind. Closing speed, 500 miles per hour. Guns blazing, 20mm cannons. The B-17 gunners fired back, tracers crossing the sky.
Lieutenant Knox's plane, Piccadilly Lily, took the first hit. Cannon shell through the cockpit. Killed the co-pilot instantly. Knox wounded, but still flying. Another burst. Knocked out number 3 engine. The plane shuddered, started falling behind the formation. "Stay with us, Knox." He couldn't. The plane was dying. He dropped out of formation, struggled to keep altitude. The German fighters saw it, wounded prey. 6 fighters swarmed Piccadilly Lily. Cannon fire ripped through the fuselage, wings, tail. The plane caught fire. Knox gave the order, "Bail out." Men jumped. Parachutes opened. Some didn't make it out. Piccadilly Lily spiraled down, crashed in a German field. 1 plane down. 12 left.
The fighters didn't stop. They attacked in waves. Front, side, rear, top, bottom. The B-17 gunners were firing continuously, barrels overheating, ammunition running low. Major Gale Clevin, Buck, flew his B-17 steady, holding formation. His waist gunner called out, "2 more going down." Buck looked. 2 B-17s falling, 1 on fire, 1 breaking apart. 20 more men dead or dying. 3 planes down, 10 left. The formation tightened, closing the gaps, maintaining defensive fire. But the fighters kept coming.
Lieutenant Howard Hamilton's plane took a direct hit to the bomb bay. The bombs were still armed, full of explosives. Hamilton knew what was coming. Brace for... The plane exploded. 1 second it was there, next second it was debris and smoke. 10 men. Gone. Instant. 4 down, 9 left. Then the flak started. Black puffs of smoke. Each one a shell exploding. Each one filled with hot metal shrapnel. The flak was so thick you could walk on it. That's what the bomber boys said. You couldn't dodge flak. You just flew through it and prayed.
1,000 hours. They reached Münster. The bombardier took control. Bomb run, opening bomb bay doors. The planes flew straight and level. Had to. Bombing required it. Sitting ducks in a shooting gallery. The flak intensified. The Germans knew exactly where the bombers would fly. They'd calculated it. Set the fuses. Fired everything. Captain John Justice's plane took a direct flak hit. Tore off the entire tail section. The plane went into a spin. No one got out. 5 down. 8 left. Bombs away! 4,000 pounds of bombs dropped from each plane. The planes lurched up, suddenly lighter. "Let's get out of here!" They turned for home. 200 miles to go. And the German fighters were waiting.
The formation was ragged now, gaps everywhere, 5 planes gone. The remaining 8 tried to close up, stay tight, maintain defensive fire. But they were scattered, damaged, running low on ammunition. The fighters knew it, pressed the attack harder. Lieutenant William de Blasio's plane, number 3 engine on fire, number 4 sputtering. He couldn't keep up. "De Blasio, stay with us,"
I can't. I'm losing power. He dropped back. The fighters swarmed him. His crew fought hard, gunners firing until their ammunition was gone. The plane went down over Germany. 3 men survived as POWs. 7 died. 6 down, 7 left.
The remaining 7 planes limped toward the German border, still 100 miles from safety. The fighters followed them, attacking, relentless. Major Bucky Egan's plane took hits to both right engines. "I'm losing altitude! Stay with us, Buck! I can't hold it!" Egan's plane fell behind. The fighters attacked. His crew bailed out. All 10 men survived, became POWs. Major John Egan spent the rest of the war in Stalag Luft III. 7 down, 6 left. 6 planes left, 50 miles to the German border. Lieutenant Bernard Ackley's plane, shot to pieces. 3 engines damaged, hydraulics failing. "I don't think I can make it." "You can make it, Ackley. Just keep flying." He kept flying for 10 more minutes. Then the number 2 engine caught fire. The fire spread. He couldn't put it out. "I'm sorry, we have to bail." His crew jumped over Germany. 8 survived. 2 didn't. 8 down. 5 left.
The 5 remaining planes crossed the German border, reached the channel, almost home. Major Gale Clevin, Buck, looked at his fuel gauge. Nearly empty. He'd been flying on fumes for 30 minutes. The English coast appeared. Thorpe Abbotts, 10 minutes away. His number 4 engine quit. Fuel starvation. Then number 3. "Buck, you gonna make it?" "Working on it." He wasn't going to make it to Thorpe Abbotts. He found another airfield, closer, barely close enough. He brought the plane in. 2 engines, no hydraulics. Landed hard, blew both tires, skidded off the runway. But he was down, crew safe. The 4 remaining planes headed for Thorpe Abbotts. Lieutenant Charles Cruikshank's plane, leaking fuel, damaged controls, wounded men. 5 miles from base, the number 1 engine seized. He couldn't maintain altitude. "We're going down on the channel." The plane ditched in the water, broke apart on impact. 6 men got out. 4 drowned before rescue boats arrived. 9 down. 3 left. Captain Everett Blakely's plane, 3 engines damaged, tail gunner dead, hydraulics gone. 3 miles from base, he saw the runway, started his approach. His landing gear wouldn't come down. He tried the emergency hand crank. Nothing. "I'm coming in, gear up." He bellied in. The plane scraped down the runway, sparks flying, metal screaming. It ground to a halt. The crew scrambled out before it caught fire. 9 men alive. 1 dead. 10 down. 2 planes left.
2 B-17s approached Thorpe Abbotts. Major Robert Rosenthal's plane, Rosie. He'd been flying the whole mission, wounded, exhausted. And 1 more, Lieutenant Robert Knox. Wait, Knox's plane, Piccadilly Lily, went down hours ago. How was Knox still flying? After Piccadilly Lily was shot down, Knox survived the bailout, captured by Germans. But another plane, another Knox, same name, different pilot. This Lieutenant Knox had somehow survived everything. His plane was a flying wreck, hundreds of bullet holes, 1 engine out, another dying. But he was still flying.
Rosie landed first. His crew climbed out, kissed the ground. Ground crews counted the holes in his plane, stopped at 200. Knox came in next. His landing gear barely held. He touched down, rolled to a stop. His crew evacuated fast. The plane was dying. As they walked away, the number 2 engine caught fire. Fire crews put it out, but the plane was finished.
2 planes back at Thorpe Abbotts. 11 planes gone. 13 took off that morning. 2 came back. But Buck Clevin landed at another field, safely. So 3 planes landed in England. 10 planes lost. 100 men gone. Dead, missing, or prisoners. October 10th, 1943. The 100th Bombardment Group lost more planes in one mission than most groups lost in a month. They called it the Münster Massacre.
That night, Thorpe Abbotts was silent. The barracks were empty. Beds unmade. Letters half-written. Personal effects sat on footlockers. Photos. Books. Watches. Waiting for men who would never come back. The ground crews walked through the dispersal areas. 10 planes missing. 10 empty hard stands. They'd maintained those planes, checked the engines, loaded the bombs. Now the planes were gone. And the men.
Your father knew about days like October 10th. If he served, he knew about the missions where whole squadrons didn't come back. He knew about the empty barracks, the missing faces, the letters that would never be answered. He probably didn't talk about it much. How do you explain that to someone who wasn't there?
October 10th, 1943. The 100th Bombardment Group earned its nickname, the Bloody Hundredth. Not because they were unlucky, because they flew the worst missions, took the heaviest losses, kept flying anyway. After Münster, replacement crews arrived, fresh faces, young men. They heard the stories about the day 13 planes took off and only 3 came home. Some men requested transfers, too afraid to fly with the Bloody Hundredth. Most stayed, because someone had to fly the missions. Someone had to keep fighting.
Major Gale Clevin, Buck, flew more missions after Münster, got shot down eventually, survived, became a POW, came home after the war. Major John Egan, Bucky, survived being shot down, POW at Stalag Luce III, liberated in 1945. Robert Rosenthal, Rosie, kept flying, flew 52 missions total, came home, hunted Nazis for 30 years as a prosecutor. 100 men lost on October 10th. Some died in explosions. Instant. Some died in crashes. Terrifying. Some drowned in the Channel, cold and alone. Some spent years as prisoners, survived, but changed. All of them were sons, brothers, husbands, fathers. All of them were 22 years old on average. All of them were doing their duty. 13 B-17s took off from Thorpe Abbotts on October 10th, 1943. 3 came home to England. 10 were lost over Germany or the Channel. 130 men took off that morning. 30 came home that night. This is what your father knew, but might not have said. Some days in war, everyone dies. Some days, almost everyone dies. And the men who survive have to get up the next morning and fly again. The 100th Bombardment Group flew another mission 3 days later. New crews, new planes. Same target, Germany. Because the war didn't stop for grief. The war didn't stop for loss. The war just kept going. And so did they.